Hello, everybody. I am making this video today just because I feel that I've had a lot of friends and family members who kind of have a difficult time opening up about certain mental health challenges, myself included. Especially today. Today, I woke up, I was in this very depressive state. I did not want to get out of bed. It was a struggle. I'm not going to lie. I just the thought of working today, the thought of I don't know, just having to even eat, it was very very difficult. And I was talking to my wonderful wife. I was trying to just conversate with her, and she's always very supportive. But even with that support, my mental grip on this kind of demon, if you will, just it really cannot kind of just go away. And basically, I want to make this video for the people who might feel alone, like, you know maybe something awful happened, that's going on, or maybe, you know what, maybe nothing awful happened, and it's just this feeling that you cannot kick. Because a lot of the times, even when nothing has happened, if you've had experience in traumatic events, whether it was a year or 2 years ago, 3 years, however long, it can definitely feel like like people don't understand, because it's like, oh, that was so long ago. Basically, I know my thought process is, that event, that traumatic experience you had happened so long ago, it should not affect you now. Um and that's a difficult feeling, because sometimes things like that can really catch up to you, and then when you have other major stresses that you're dealing with, it all kind of adds on to just one big stress ball, and that stress ball bounces around your brain, going on in here, just kind of like crazy, like just back and forth, back and forth. And I know me especially, it's very hard because my brain is always on a consistent go. It's go, 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 go. It's like, whenever there's a good thought, at times there's six, seven bad ones, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels like that. Um, I just want, again, to let you know that I'm proud of you. You know what? Even if you just got out of bed, even if you just did the dishes, made your bed, brushed your teeth, put on a shirt, tried, that mental health is a real freaking thing. And sometimes it can be disguised as laziness, but I know for a fact I'm a hardworking person, okay? And that's not to toot myself up too much. I know I work hard. I've done labor jobs, mental demanding, very difficult things. And even me, at times, I have a hard time just brushing my teeth, getting out of bed. And that's not because people like us are lazy. Not at all. No, it's because a lot of us come from these backgrounds where we've experienced quite traumatic events and just very intense hardships that maybe not other people, maybe there are people in the world who have not experienced it. And it's hard for us to really explain ourselves, because if you're on the outside looking in, it can be like, oh, they're just lazy, they don't want to work, or they just can't take care of themselves. And that's not always the case. And I'm sorry if you're the person who's experiencing that in this moment. And if you have family members who might not understand, and have difficult time expressing yourself, it's okay. I just want you to know, it's okay. It's going to be okay. I Even today, honestly, why I'm making this type of video was I woke up, and it felt hard. It felt hard, and I just could not do it today. But what I ended up doing, and I'm not saying this works for everyone. I haven't worked out in a long time. I definitely have not been one to. My weight can be a testament to that fact. I have a dad bod, okay? But today I did pull out the mat, and I did a few push-ups. I did a plank. I did a few sit-ups, and honestly, it helped. And now I can't say that that's the solution for everything, but for me, it definitely helped. Going on a walk today helped. Sometimes just getting a breath of fresh air is really helpful. Is it going to take away the need for many people who need medication or, has severe depression? Of course not. But, if you add that in with, the medication that you're taking, I feel essential. It can help. Am I a medical health expert? Of course I'm not. No, no, I'm just a guy who's experiencing these things myself and just am kind of making a YouTube video because, I've am just wondering if there's someone out there who's kind of feeling these things like me. Maybe they just need to, not feel so alone. Because friends, family members, you should reach for them to support. And there are healthy relationships when you're going through these mental health issues. And, always, I think it's a great thing, but there are those few moments in which you can reach out to the wrong person, and it does happen. They don't always mean to do it out of spite or out of not loving you. Sometimes people just come from very different places and their perspectives are not always the healthiest, or their coping mechanisms might have not ever been the best as well. So sometimes you do have to be careful with who you do reach out to, but I still do very much believe it's important to have family and friends be there for you. You know, and friendships as well. Friendships when you're experiencing these things because, you go through all this craziness, it's like you can't even focus on friendships because if you at times open up, it can be kind of like, whoa, like I'm not a therapist, man. And it's like, yeah, I get that. It kind of makes you feel a little bit lonesome even then. And I know for me in my relationship as well, is my wife's been so supportive, but even I do feel bad bring topic and conversation and discussion because I kind of feel like a broken record. And when I'm feeling like a broken record, I just don't want to annoy anyone with my problems. And that's kind of where I feel it would be a good idea, definitely, to reach out to a mental health person or a therapist, counselor, and, you know, myself too. And I definitely need to try more in that department, just to have somebody to talk to. But, you know, and that will come. That will definitely come. I just want everybody to know I'm here for you. You're not alone. If you do need help, call a friend, call a family member. Just know that life is short and it's long, and you'll build these connections with people. I mean, I know money is a thing, of course, but there's a whole world to see out there. Like you're stuck in this mindset maybe where you're like in a cubicle or a labor job, and it's like that's the one place you feel like you're stuck. But you know what? I'm not saying quit your job to go retire at an early age, but it's like you do have to acknowledge the fact that, have you been to China? Have you been to Greenland? Have you been even just, I don't know, just not that far, go on a road trip somewhere? Get your mind off of things, even if it's a city trip. Have yourself a staycation. Do it responsibly, of course. I know it's hard with inflation and things like that, but just make, even if it's like $50, take yourself, if you don't have a partner or a spouse, do a power move, take yourself on a date, do it, man. It's empowering. I know it sounds silly, but when I've taken myself on dates alone, it felt nice, it felt empowering. Just treat yourself, okay? Be kind to yourself, especially because that's a lot of issues I've had with it. You have to be kind to yourself. You have to wake up with your body, live in your body. That's just what it is. Anyways, I hope this video may have been some value to someone out there. If it's not, I am deeply apologetic, and I hope that you do find the proper resources and place to really express yourself. Yeah. So my name is Caden. This is my Caden's Life channel. This is more catered to kind of, I guess, anybody, really. Anybody can be going through things at any age. So yeah, have a nice day and bye.